The film opens with a brutal scene, Mike Fallon being savagely beaten by none other than Poco the Killer Clown, a deranged assassin wielding a massive sledgehammer as his weapon of choice. The atmosphere is already boiling, tension rising with every strike. You might be wondering, where did this chaos erupt from? Trust me, I'm asking myself the same thing. Buckle up, because from here on out, it's pure madness. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the carnage. Mike Fallon, the legendary assassin, vanishes from the bloody chaos of London and escapes to the Mediterranean island of Malta. After being forced to eliminate his own crew of contract killers, Mike craves peace. But peace doesn't last long for men like him. To stay sharp, he takes quiet assassination jobs across Europe and even keeps Wang Shuling, a fierce martial artist descended from the legendary Wang Feiheng, on retainer. Her only role? Ambush him without warning, testing his reflexes and keeping his blade sharp. Fallon doesn't take yoga retreats. He hires a kung fu warrior to beat the hell out of him for practice. One night, fate drops a familiar ghost back into his life, Finicky Fred, the quirky weapons genius from the old days. Fred reveals that their former kingpin, Big Ray, Mike's brutal father figure and mentor, has lost everything. His assassin's bar lies in ruin, his reputation shattered after Mike's violent betrayal. Fred himself is broke, drained dry after sending money to an online flame named Lalo. Mike scoffs, knowing Fred's been conned, but Fred swears she's real. He brought him home to live together, but just as he finished showing him around the house, Wang Shuling struck again, this time with a furious mix of kicks and punches. Even finicky Fred wasn't spared. He too received his brutal share. They began working together, turning murder into an art, each kill executed with flawless precision, staged to look like nothing more than a tragic accident. They even built a secret lair, where Fred unleashed his wild imagination, testing insane gadgets like razor-sharp flying discs, a toaster that spews fire, and explosive suits cleverly disguised as elegant tuxedos. Business is booming. For the first time in years, Mike feels happy. Imagine a hitman with a smile. Something's definitely about to explode. But then comes trouble. Fred turns down a contract to kill Dante Zuzur, the spoiled heir of a powerful Sicilian crime family, one even Mike treads carefully around. Wang Shuling struck again, but this time, finicky Fred was spared. Instead, Wang Shuling offered him something unexpected, a promise to help him find the woman he truly loved. Soon after, Mike and Fred are abducted and dragged before Dante's mother, Mrs. Zuzur, a woman as ruthless as the mafia itself. She demands Mike hunt down whoever put a price on her son's head, or she'll execute Fred on the spot. The hit had been attempted in Mike's signature style, and suspicion points to him. Done it? He's a coke-snorting wannabe pop star with a voice that could clear a bar faster than gunfire. Yet somehow, he's worth millions to the underworld. Enter Big Ray. Mike finds him at a pub, smirking like the devil. Turns out Ray himself accepted the contract on Dante, and now the bounty has skyrocketed to 9 million euros, open to every killer alive. Worse, Dante's watch has been hacked, broadcasting his location to every hunter. One spoiled mafia brat, a global bounty, and every killer on Earth dialing in. This is a death lottery. Mike reluctantly becomes Dante's unwilling babysitter, dragging him out of a karaoke bar where assassin Freya Dupreez, a deadly femme fatale rumored to have trained in the dark arts of espionage, slaughters his bodyguards. In a reckless act of defiance, stubborn Dante swallowed the watch, determined not to part with it, even knowing the deadly truth. Mike kills her with a barbecue skewer, but the hunters keep coming. Dante hates him, Mike hates Dante, but Fred's life depends on it. On the run back home, Mike ducked into a pharmacy and forced Dante to swallow handfuls of laxatives, desperate to make him pass the watch before the assassins could trace them. The chase spirals into blood-soaked madness. Yendi the vampire, a Ghanaian killer who literally drinks blood, ambushed them with an axe and a machete. The clash was savage, a brutal bloodbath. But in the end, Mike turned the tide, driving Yendi's own machete through him to finish the fight. When they finally made it home, Wang Shuling was waiting, rolling in with Mike's motorcycle. But their reunion was short-lived. Out of the shadows came another assassin, Silas, the notorious San Francisco Strangler, ready to strike. Before he could pull the trigger, there comes another madness. Poco the killer clown stormed into the hideout, swinging his monstrous hammer. His first blow slammed Silas to the ground, but the Strangler clung to life. That's when Wang Shuling unleashed her fury, tearing into Silas with unstoppable martial arts, her kicks and punches raining down in a stylish, merciless display until the assassin was finished. But the nightmare wasn't over. Poco turned his rage toward Mike, and the battle exploded into chaos. Mike quickly realized the horrifying truth: Poco couldn't feel pain. No matter how hard he hit, the clown kept coming. Desperate, Mike turned to Fred's ingenious gadgets, and with brains over brute force, he finally brought the hammer-wielding monster to his knees. As bodies pile high, Donde finally passes the watch, but the worst arrives. Oyumi, a Japanese swordsman trained in ninjutsu, duels Mike in brutal hand-to-hand combat. Just as Oyumi is about to finish him, Big Ray intervenes, shotgun in hand. Father and son face off. Ray is ready to kill Dante, but Mike pleads, not for him, but for Fred. He reminds Ray that he raised him, and that even monsters need friends. Something cracks in the old war dog. He backs down, handing Dante over alive. Sometimes the deadliest weapon isn't a blade or bullet, it's guilt. Deliver Dante to his mother. But Fred has one last trick. The suit Dante's wearing is wired to explode. With a single blast, Dante and Mrs. Zuzer are vaporized, and the €9 million bounty drops into their laps. Fred finally meets Lalo, only to discover she's ghosted him after learning what he really is. Mike, narrating over the ashes of their chaos, reflects with chilling calm. Thanks for watching. Just 7 minutes is all you need to dive into our quick recaps. Until next time, stay tuned and goodbye.